Welcome to the Produce Industry Podcast, your weekly download on current events, trends, market reports, and community discussions. Join us each week from Tampa, Florida, as we cover all aspects of the produce supply chain industry. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your host, my boy, the voice of the produce industry, Patrick Kelly.
Produce people, welcome back to the Produce Industry Podcast. I'm your host, Patrick Kelly, also known as A Little Citrus, coming to you live right here in Tampa, Florida. Everyone, that's right, here at the Ag Life Media Studios, brought to you by the Produce Industry Network. As always, I am always excited to be here, excited to be reporting to you, our industry, and looking forward to getting out to the shows and seeing everybody in person. Obviously, from Tucson, Arizona to Berlin, Germany, already this year, we are covering the globe and everything fresh. Today, it's awesome because we have a special guest in studio and someone the industry cannot miss. I mean, and the guy's got a heart bigger than a dino melon. Okay, everyone, seriously. So we're going to let you know who that special guest is today that is in studio. We're going to talk about purpose. We're going to talk about passion. We're going to talk about produce and a mission that's changing lives around the world, everyone. But before we get started, I know you're like, great, here we go. Let's hear the trade shows. Yes, SCPC, Southern Exposure, February 26th through the 28th. Look out. The recap episode is going to be off the charts, brought to you by Yo Quiero, everyone, the dip destination. Get ready, seriously, for the Southern Exposure that you've been waiting for. Then we go to the Florida Citrus Tailgate in Fort Pierce, March 12th. I will be there with Noble Citrus representing Florida Citrus and Ag Life Media. And then a first show for the year, the annual Florida Farm to School Conference right here in Tampa, Florida, April 7th through the 9th. As I told you before, I'm going to try and get my wife out to that one because I want to see what does it take to bring in, I would say, new produce, new items to a school. Okay. Now we've had Jessica Shelley on earlier, 2 years ago, earlier this year, 2 years ago, that talked about, that farm to school program. So there's some very interesting, I would say, ideas on how to do that. And I want to find out how. And the next, Viva Fresh, April 16th through the 18th, I will be at the Continental Fresh booth. Okay. We have a special guest that will be at the booth. And start to follow Continental Fresh. Follow me because you're going to find out who is showing up, and it could be a celebrity in the fruit world, okay? Seriously. So please connect with us on site while we're there. Join us for live recordings, and just stop by to say hi if you want to. It's okay. We actually don't bite, okay? We do give produce, though. So everyone, thank you so much for listening, and thank you for being a part of the show. Special shout out today, Empowered Fresh. Everyone, Empower Fresh, continuing to elevate retail experiences, helping stores win every day in the produce department through AI. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you might be a little bit behind the curve, but don't worry. We've got two guys, Robert Austin and Jesse Himango, that will complete this experience for you. And if you're an independent grocer, this is exactly what you're looking for. So please, Empower Fresh, empower your business, everyone. Now, today, this episode is it's built around a story that reminds me of some of the things that I already do in the Dominican Republic, right? Albert Perez has been taking me down. Look, I got my Find My Drop shirt on today, and we're going to find your drop, hopefully, if you haven't already. But things that happen around the globe and the world that we don't see are driven by people that are so, I say, careless. Like they just put their hearts in front of everyone, for everyone else, before themselves. So I would say the story is going to remind you about why relationships matter, especially in produce, why honesty always and still wins, why one person's passion can ripple out and change an entire community. How about that? And that's what our guest today has done, okay? He's a straight shooter. He's an alligator hunter. Friday night fish fry host. Listen, and he's a clean water champion. Everybody, you have seen him around the shows. He makes a real purpose. He makes a real larger than life experience for you when you see him. First time I ever met this character, I'm walking down Viva Fresh and I hear him yell out my name and coupled with a sir. And I said, oh, yes. And next thing you know, he has me trying some of these mango habanero alligator tacos, everyone. So we're gonna chat with him in a second. You might already know who that is, and that is no one other than Bruce Letchworth of Continental Fresh. So everyone, let's cut to a quick break. We're gonna hear from one of our sponsors, and when we get back, we are going to have Bruce right here, right now on the show.
120 years ago, in Groningen, the Netherlands, a small produce business began, trading fresh local fruits. By the 1930s, the Vandenberg family moved to Rotterdam, Europe's burgeoning fruit hub. But when the 1940s brought turmoil, they fled to America, rebuilding their legacy in fresh produce. In 1958, Jack Vandenberg became a trailblazer, importing fresh Chilean fruit to the US, opening doors to global flavors. Today, that spirit of growth and innovation continues, with sustainable packaging, carbon footprint tracking, and the finest fruit varieties. We're redefining freshness for the future. Family, fresh, innovation, celebrating a legacy 120 years in the making. This is Jack Vandenberg.
Welcome back to the Produce Industry Podcast, everyone. It's always great to hear from Dynamite sponsors creating dynamite content for the produce and supply chain industry. But let's go ahead and get started because we want to get Bruce on the line. Well, actually, he's right sitting across from me. No, on the line. Bruce's story, Bruce's relationships, and the Water for All journey, everyone. So let's go ahead and welcome Bruce Letchworth to the show. How are we doing, my man?
Above average. Yes, sir.
Welcome to the podcast studio, man.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's a lot of fun being here. It's exciting.
It's fun, I think, just having someone here, right? We only have a few people come every couple months, right? And it's hard, right? It's hard to get everybody here sometimes. And so we have to plan it around trade shows. We've got to plan it around, things like that. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to have you here. When Albert and I were talking about this year and who we should have on the show, and I said, we got to do Bruce. And he was like, no, we got to do Bruce. And then he said, wait, this might work out perfectly because there's some other things that are going to be happening, later in the year. There's another story coming out on you. So I'm really excited that we get to sit here with you. And, we talked about the alligator hunter, the fish fries at nighttime and things like that. I think that a lot of people who don't know you are probably like, what are you talking about? But this is one thing that I know about you is that, you bleed your heart into when you talk to people and you tell them about your life. And that's how I've gotten to know you a lot. So it's about relationships. Am I right?
Absolutely. And I think all along if you just are honest with people and you tell them the truth, that's 90% of your relationship anytime that you're in sales. 9 times out of 10, you just go through with the news right off the bat, and it makes them feel better. It gives them time to adjust and just be able to compensate for anything that might go wrong.
It's so crazy because in this fast moving supply chain, relationships truly matter because there's a lot of back and forth and sometimes miscommunication can happen. So having a strong relationship is key. Am I right?
Well, and we're in the produce industry. It's not a hard good. It's something that we always, we have good and bad. There's always going to be issues, whether it be a truck running hot or anything that can affect just the quality of what arrives at a destination. So it's always about how you handle things when things go wrong. I mean, it's always good to have somebody that you know is telling you the truth and that you know is going to tell you when things are going to be there, what kind of quality they're shipping. I mean, if it's better to be upfront with people. So if they
You're
know
right.
right off the bat what they're getting, then you don't have surprises, you don't have issues, you don't have shortages.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, so,
And this is stuff that happens all the time, everyone.
every day with every person in the business, you have quality issues. You have things that arrive late. You have containers on hold from USDA. I mean, it all happens. And the best thing you can do is be upfront and honest and just let everybody know, because it gives people time to react then, and they can fill in. Their shelves aren't empty. And that's all anybody wants, is to be able to supply the customer with the best product that they can.
Yep.
And have it there on the shelf. I mean,
In a timely manner. I mean, you're so right. I mean, that's what a lot of us want. And a lot of it has to do is you get orders from people that trust you. You get orders from people that know you can deliver, right? It's things that it's in every business, right? I mean, we learned this as kids when we were making friends, right? I mean, I talked about honesty in the first half because that's one thing, is that honesty is always going to win. I mean, right? It's always going to win. It just trumps everything else. And why in this fresh produce world, I had a director of produce text me yesterday. I called him. He goes, "I'm dealing with a strawberry issue." And it's so funny because, Bruce, I was like, man, I've had those strawberry issues.
Berries
I
in
was
general.
like,
So,
oh
yeah,
my
for
gosh,
sure.
the strawberry issues and what can happen. So, you talk to people a little bit, that are listening too, because you definitely strike me. If you were to call me on the phone, I would probably say you're from the South. And I would say, where are you from, Bruce?
Absolutely. And people, it's funny. I was like, when I first started at Super Value, I was handling an account, and the grapes came in bad. And so the buyer at the region, he called me and he was just like, "We're not going to put up with this. You can't have these. We want good quality." And everything he was saying, I was saying, "Yes, sir.
Of course.
Yes, sir."
Right.
And he's like, "You're going to have to do," "Yes, sir." And he hung up on me, and I'm like, I looked to Mr. Page, who was, he ran the Super Value buying office down here, the field office. And I said, "Mr. Page," I said, I don't know what I did, but he's really mad. And he just hung up on me. So he calls Mr. Page back, and he's like, he calls Mr. Page up, didn't call him back, called him up, and he says, "That new kid you got out there," he said, "he's being so sarcastic to me." He said, "Everything I say, he's saying, 'Yes, sir, yes, sir.'" Like, and he was from North, of course.
Oh, okay.
And so when I was saying, "Yes, sir," he thought I was being sarcastic.
I've seen that.
And so Mr. Page said, "You don't understand." So that is just the way he is. He's being real respectful and saying, "Yes, sir," in a kind way and trying to be respectful. He's not meaning it, to be sarcastic or anything. So it's funny because we all have different ways of being brought up and different
Correct.
things that we see as normal, and different people say, "Don't call me sir." And I'm like, "I'm sorry,
I
sir."
agree.
But
It's one of those things.
I'll try, but it's just not normal for me. So,
Yeah, listen, I'm from California, and I've lived in Connecticut. I lived in Delaware. I remember moving to Florida in 1997, and that "yes, sir, yes, ma'am" thing, we weren't taught that growing up. It was just yes, right? And when the first time I remember they said "yes, sir," like they were telling me to say it back to them, I said, "Oh, no, you don't have to say that to me." And right, it was like, and the teacher got so mad, and I was like, I'm confused on what's happening here, right? So, Bruce, it's great that you say that, because again, we're in this industry, especially being in Berlin last week. There's so many different cultures and people that are in this industry, right? And so I love that, like I say, you're always larger than life. You're always saying hi to everybody. You're always, shaking everybody's hand, and you always have a smile on your face too, right? And I think that just like couples in with like the mission. And sometimes I don't even think people know what your real role is, because it's like you're not being the guy that's wearing all the hats. But what you are doing is you're being available, you're being accessible. And if someone, I've heard you so many times say, I don't know that, but let me get Albert, let me get Robbie, right? Because that might not be your expertise of the day, but you know who to go to, right? And so you're always having the hats on of being like, what can I do for the company? What can I do for the industry, right?
Absolutely. And it's funny you say that, because I always, like I say, I try to think of myself as fixing problems, and I think that that's a good quality with me. So if somebody needs something, they might call me and ask me about tangerines and stuff, and I call Adam over at Noble Citrus and say, hey, I don't know, but what's the season, or where are these coming from, or when's your Juicy Crunch coming around, or something like that, because that's not something that I do, but I know people that can help us.
We know people.
Yeah.
Listen, and that leads into the mission too. Like, water for all. One thing I can tell you is listen, I got to get back on camera here, everyone. We were in Aldi and just a couple hours ago. And it's so funny because, of course, Bruce is like telling the lady over there, he's like, hey, this is a good one, the good bag of grapes. You should grab this one. And finally we tell her, like, we're in produce, and how the water for all comes up. It's actually kind of amazing to watch, because it comes up without you talking. The lady legitimately said, water for all? What is that?
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. And half the stuff that I wear, I like have these shirts that I had made up, and it's because I'm very proud of it. I'm absolutely just
we're proud of you.
The best thing, working for Albert. I love it. I love the mission that we have, and it just makes you proud to tell people about it. And it's something that you feel good about doing, and it's when you're selling a mango, or you're talking to somebody about your brand, that's the first thing you want to tell them, water for all. What is that? That's what we do. That's what we do as our part of it, to give back and to make things better for other people. So it's like
100%.
It's like really, it's something to be proud of.
The question is everybody's asking is, have you done the hike?
I haven't.
You haven't done the hike.
You know why?
We know. Well, I know why.
Yeah. So
do you want to know why? Bruce will tell us, Bruce.
So they have a weight limit on that.
I know.
So I obviously would need a Clydesdale and not a donkey to carry me up the mountain. So the donkeys.
I know a guy that might have a Clydesdale, but I don't know if we're getting it down to the Dominican.
But yeah, so the donkeys are like 225 is the limit, and I'm like, I'd have to cut off both legs to go.
Yeah.
So
I was hanging out with a guy in Berlin last week, and we were talking about just obviously I'm more of a slender guy, and he was like, how much do you weigh? We were talking about it, and
yeah, two of you could go.
Yeah, he looked at me and goes, I don't think I'm ready to change that much. He goes, because that's true, right? When you want to change, you got to make a drastic change, right? And he literally said, he goes, I'm not ready to lose 30 pounds.
Oh, I wish it was 30 pounds. I'd
for
lose
him,
it like that.
Like for him, he wanted to be under 200. But it's kind of funny though, right? Because he said that to me, and I go, I feel you. Right. Just like I'm not going to give up Reese's peanut butter cups. I'm not ready for it, everyone, and I'm not going to. So I would say that's that. Okay.
But now Terry went on the hike with y'all.
He did.
And
who's Terry to everybody?
Terry Cook. That's my buddy in Lakeland. He's the one that comes with us. He's our brand ambassador. You'll be able to see him at the Southeast Produce Council show with us. He'll be in the booth, and I have a special job for him, so we'll get to that later.
We won't tell anybody.
Yeah.
But if you want a secret handout,
yes,
we will have some secret handouts at the booth.
I like that.
And you have to reference the podcast.
Yes,
like you got to say, hey, the podcast is something about something secret.
Heard y'all had something.
What do we got over there? Like right.
And
so stay tuned for that.
Yes,
we'll talk about that. Bruce, what I love about you is, you're not just selling produce.
Yes, sir.
right? You're selling. You're not. I mean, you're selling yourself. I mean, I always say the best sales you have is the people that trust you and say, "Hey, let's do business together," right? And they know that you're working together. So it's always great to see that. And the people that you're connecting with, it always has a purpose, and that's what this industry needs. Everyone, we need to connect with purpose. Let's take another quick break. We're gonna hear from one more sponsor, and then we're gonna talk about some product, maybe do a taste test, and then close it out. So we'll be right back.
That was great.
They say no two raindrops are the same. But here in Colombia, every drop carries more. Born in the Andes, heavy with stories, carving mountains, not just watering them. Because in Colombia, rain isn't a nuisance. It's sacred. It teaches patience and resilience. That's why our avocados aren't just grown. They're nurtured on volcanic slopes that touch the clouds. Creamy like butter, velvety like a dream. Handled with care, ready for the journey. Because here, the land doesn't just grow avocados. It raises them, hands that know this soil like family. They don't just taste good, they taste like pride. The pride of generations who live this land. So when you are shopping for avocados, don't just look for ripeness. Look for story. Look for spirit. Look for Colombia, raised by Colombia.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Produce Industry Podcast. It's always great to hear from Dynamite sponsors creating dynamite content for the produce and supply chain industry. Everyone, we have Bruce Letchworth in studio with us today. So we're back, and we're talking mission. We're talking relationships. We're talking purpose, okay? Has Albert told you that my son Ty has gone on a scouting trip with us to the Dominican to scout out towns for who they donate to and who they build the wells for?
He did not tell me that.
So my son Ty went last year,
Right.
and we actually tested him to see if he could do Pico. And when I mean last year, I mean 2024.
Okay.
Okay. And that was 2 years ago. My gosh.
Yeah. that's-
What is going on? So my son, we took him down there to see the towns. I thought it'd be a good experience because I'm talking to him when I get home about what I'm doing, and
Right.
he's like, "What do you mean? What do you mean these places have no windows? What do you mean?" Right? So took him down, and Albert and I did a little hike, and then we decided to let him do Pico. So he did Pico for the first time in 2024, and my wife came as well. So all three of us together as a family did Pico. And then 2025, he was like, "I'm going back," right? I was like, "Absolutely not." And then Albert called one day and was like, "Hey, so Ty, you're going to Pico and blah, 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 and da-da-da." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "He is?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, I'll buy his plane ticket and da-da-da. I'm like, "Oh, here we go," right? So we did Pico again, right? And now this March, my daughter, she'll be 11 when we go, and we're taking her for the first time down to the Dominican. And you know, I always say, like, my kids are very privileged. I think a lot of kids are privileged these days with, compared to growing up the way we grew up. I think the 80s and the 90s kids had the last of, like, the real growing up, right, before technology really started taking over. And I think they see things, right, on TV, but they don't understand them. So I'm going to take her down there to really understand what Continental Fresh does, what Water for All is, and how, like, her dad represents and helps the community as well down there. So I love everything about what you guys do. And Albert is just obviously, probably to you, he's like, everyone holds a little place in their heart for Albert Perez. Am I right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, he, like I say, I'm absolutely amazed by what he has done and how long he's done it. I
know.
mean, it's been going on for 30 something years. There's pictures of him with a shirt that says the police on it. And it was like, it wasn't like the police. It was like the band, the Police, from like the 80s. So,
my wife saw a picture one time that he had sent, and she's like, "Who's this?" I go, "That's Albert." She's like, "That is not Albert." And I'm like, "That is Albert." And she was like, "Oh my gosh," right? Like, because he's been going down there since he was 17.
yeah, I actually thought it was 16, but yes, long time. So
He really pushed the limits on
and
that drinking age.
He's a little older than 21 now. So,
Yeah. Not by, mentally or physically?
hey, he's in great shape to be able to do that. I mean, that mountain's no joke.
No, it's not.
3 days, 27 miles.
I've done it 4 times, and I'll be doing it 5 times. And this time I have no one coming with me. And Albert's like, "Hey, punk." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You're still not beating me up the mountain." I was like, I was like, don't make me say challenge accepted, my friend.
Yeah,
Because
y'all
if we
should
do,
do that.
because if we do,
We should take in some extra donations towards, the challenge of who's gonna make it.
Who's
Maybe
gonna
a
do
Team
it?
Patrick, a Team Albert.
oh my
So
gosh. Oh my gosh.
that might be the ticket.
Well, listen, as we start to talk about our last segment, we're going to do some product tasting. We're going to have some final thoughts, close it out. And Bruce, now we've talked about Water for All, okay? We've talked about in the car over back and forth to Aldi's. We talked about game hunting. But normally you bring like alligator meat or something to a show that people don't have. And you said you brought some.
Today's no exception.
No
It's different.
It's different.
You'll definitely say this is different than I've had before.
That's what we want.
So yeah, it's.
We want to try something new,
I
right?
try not to have something
no,
that you've
I'm
had
scared.
before. So it's different, and we know a little bit about that. So
Well, what do you got? Why don't you grab? Well, I'll grab it.
okay. Yeah, we actually
I have
We-
a couple things. So
we,
I've got.
we make
This
we,
is.
we make our own sausage. It's bologna. They're actually two different ones.
I like that you said
two-
it's
two
bologna. It's
different-
not like
Two
bologna. He
different
makes.
flavors. But it is
Which flavor do I have over here?
it's like a salami.
It's like a salami, is what he
Sure,
says.
Yeah, and this is more like a bologna. Just the texture's a little different. Got a little spiciness to it, but it is.
It does smell like salami.
Yeah,
Listen, I have like a can of Coke, some water, just in case.
just in case. Yeah,
Um,
but it's not spicy. It's very, very good. You'll be very surprised. It is. It's actually venison, so is what it's made out of. So
I mean, I probably just tasting it. I mean, I can't tell the difference.
and
I don't know. I mean, it tastes like salami.
well, that's kind of. But it's made out of venison.
It's just not made out of
So-
tradition.
Yeah, I mean, but it's.
Taking baby bites over here. You guys.
Yeah, but it's very good. It's
I like it. This is mine, right?
Yes,
All right,
I
just
brought
checking.
these for you.
My wife
That
will like
one's
this.
more of a salami type, and I like. I'm a
I actually
I'm
like
a
this.
cheese
I actually like this
person.
one. This is really good.
So Swiss cheese and a cracker, and you got
For this one,
for all of them. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
this one's thicker. You just cut them thicker.
I did. We make it in a
Different
big
smell
roll.
too.
Yeah, it's bologna Frankfurt, so it definitely has like like a hot dog Frank.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, for sure.
It stings the nostrils.
It's all kind of a seasoning there.
Man, yeah, it is. If you had smell-o-vision right now, legitimately, you can smell the seasoning.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, I like it.
And if you
I like
see
it.
the black peppercorns in there,
I can taste it.
they're pretty awesome. I
like
love
Okay.
peppercorns. So.
I like it too. All right,
Yeah.
I like it. Well, this is what I love about Bruce too. He always brings good stuff. I haven't gone to one of his Friday night fish fries yet. Bruce, most people, if you don't know, Bruce lives probably 30, 45 minutes with no traffic.
Right, with no traffic.
If it was a straight A to B, it'd be 15 minutes, right?
Yeah, 15 minutes if you're in a helicopter or something.
Right. If there was no I-4, 275 and all the traffic, this is exactly where it would be, right?
Yeah.
Like 15 minutes there,
Right.
and we're good to go. All right, we got some other products though. We've got. Here, I'm gonna grab these too. Why?
Yeah, you tried to get us some habanero hummus.
I
You
did.
were
I did. But here, you open the
All right.
mangoes. We got some mangoes.
I'm kind of curious.
And we also got strawberries, everyone. Strawberries, because these are Florida strawberries, and we want to see if we can taste the freeze.
Yeah, they are Florida strawberries, and
Can you
I was-
taste it? Ooh, that sounded good.
oh yeah, freshness tear there. So I was on my way over here, and
Minding your business.
yeah, for sure. And we just had a freeze, 10 days ago, and they had
Yeah.
a lot of really cold weather for us, like 20s, like 8 hours of hard freeze.
Okay.
And,
I was here.
And yes, sir. I was just kind of relaying the message. For
I was also in
everybody
Berlin's
else.
freezing cold weather as well. That
But,
was horrible.
But they had to run the water.
Yep. Icicles on the berries.
And of course, me, I was in the tree stand that morning, looking for some pigs, and the tree was like a 6-foot round oak tree, and it was moving. So the wind was, blowing crazy that day. And so I honestly figured that when they did the water, that a lot of it was going to be blown off the berries, and we would have a lot of plant damage because the sprinklers would not get full coverage of the water.
That makes sense.
But driving over here, I came down Knights Griffin Road, and there's there's oranges, but there's also strawberries everywhere. And they were out there picking them, and the fields were, brown where all the grass got burnt.
Mango. Yeah, I know all of our grass is burnt here in Florida right now.
But the strawberry fields were just as green as they could be, and people were, out there picking them. And it really surprised me. I figured there would be.
Here, you grab a strawberry.
Poke strawberry.
You see how big that huge? Look at that.
I saw that big one. I left it for you.
That one's for me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's taste some Florida strawberries. How about that? Tell me what you think.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious because the cold weather's supposed to make them taste better with citrus or strawberries or anything, right?
Good fragrance. I mean, definitely good smell. What do you think?
Very good. Very good.
Amazing.
But I think that the strawberries have done like everything else. They've changed. We used to have
that was really good.
Really, really, really sweet strawberries.
Back in the days.
And now I think they've got them formulated to where they travel better.
Okay.
Not as much sugar content. Probably the bricks are a little lower.
What do you got? What else you got over there?
I have mangoes, and it looks like,
let's see.
If I had to say, that's not a ripe one. I would say one of those in the corner that's darker.
Oh, I see it.
You got it?
There we go. Listen, that was hard. We didn't show that on the camera.
So we're kind of curious.
All right, we got some cut mango.
Yeah. Wonder what variety it is.
Actually, that's good. It was soft.
Probably a Kent because it doesn't have the fiber. And so offshore.
I mean, I do enjoy a good cut mango.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
But there's no substitute for one that's ripe when you peel it.
Oh, 100%.
Especially if you can get them off the tree.
Oh, my gosh.
We don't usually have that luxury. There's a few varieties here in Florida. But for the most part, when you get cut ones, they have to be hard when you get them into the processor for them to cut them.
You have to.
Because a lot of them are
traveling. You said it earlier.
Yeah.
They're made for traveling sometimes. It is sometimes, right? Especially with processing.
Processing, I think they cut all these with a wire. That's kind of. I haven't been to a processing plant to see it.
I will find out.
You probably have.
I haven't seen mangoes cut, but I know that I've seen the peeler though.
Okay.
How they're peeled off. You know what I mean? So that's easy. All right. Well, listen. I think both of those were really good.
But I think when they actually cut it, that they have a wire that pushes down the side of the seed.
Oh.
Slices it off the seed.
All right.
Makes sense, right?
I'm on a mission.
We'll have to check it out.
We're gonna find a processor who will let us in.
I know of one.
All right, we got our last one. This is I guess I'm gonna probably just do this one, huh? Or do you want to try some mango habanero?
I'm all for habanero. You know how that is.
Okay, so this is mango habanero. We had to do mango, right? We had to keep mango involved, so let's get some mango habanero here. Let's see who's gonna die first. Probably me.
I was gonna say, I love habanero. I can't believe that when you said it, you were like habanero. I was like, oh yeah. Is it bad?
Sweet. You can taste the mango right off the bat. As soon as it hits your throat, you feel the kick. Not like kick, but you know what I mean? Just you feel the habanero.
You wanna know what's bad?
You don't feel it.
I eat too much hot stuff.
I was gonna say, your tongue's like. I mean, I would say it's very, very light though. Like this,
For sure.
this is just. I would say normal hummus.
Yeah, if somebody was to ask me, I would say
on a scale of 1 to 10, hotness probably like 2, not even, maybe
best.
1. Yeah, it's not. Wow, we thought I was gonna die. It's not true.
Very good.
One. I thought it was very good, very good.
Yeah, that's actually really. I mean, that's good. That's something that I would go back and buy more of.
Twice and nice, everyone. This is all, and we went to Aldi's. There was an Aldi that opened up. So, everyone, obviously want to thank Bruce for coming on the show today, being part of the produce industry as a whole. We love it. Bruce, you're a force in this industry for all things good, I say. And all things different meat if you want. So if you're looking for some venison, you're looking for some gator, he's got it. He's got the personality. But most of all, you've got a great big heart. And again, just thanks for coming to the studio today. Thanks for hanging out. And
I appreciate it. We need to do a continued, like a segment 2, because we have so much to talk about still.
We do.
I mean, the mango season, this time of year is awesome because we have the shows, the Mexican mango season starting.
There's a lot. And guess what? We're going to be together.
Yes, sir.
In just another week.
Viva.
On SCPC first for Albert and I. I'm going to interview Nano.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep. And then and we're going to save that, right? This was about you. Nano's going to talk a little bit more about the season in another week.
Yeah,
but
I love Nano, though. He's awesome.
He's the best. He's the best. So, and yeah, we need a segment 2 of Bruce. So everyone, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being on the show, Bruce. And like I always say, I'll see you in the fields and on the horizon.